Welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of One Tree Hill. Let's get into it. Scary movie? My god, these mannequin heads everywhere.
Brooke, that's 2 weekends in a row. You don't remember what happened the night before.
Oh, please tell me I didn't make a fool of myself with Lucas.
Nope,
Everyone.
That'd be me.
Wait, you two were totally hot for each other.
Were.
So you ruined it. Okay. It wasn't really Brooke's fault. She didn't help, though.
I do not want to live in a world where two fine and willing girls like ourselves can have such a lame Friday night.
That wasn't that lame.
Change my karma. Maybe you should make some changes too.
I didn't wake up with a foggy memory.
Hey, she started making changes. Brooke needs to make some changes. Seems like that might happen, though.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I can handle it.
I called your house. Your mom said you were here.
Great, I'll be sure to lie to her next time.
Look, I didn't know that Brooke read that note, okay? I didn't even know there was a note until later. I wouldn't do that to you.
I was curious. I asked that last one. I didn't know if he'd already read it at that point.
Cool?
No, we're not.
Well, you believe me, right?
Yeah, I believe you're sorry.
Well, then what?
Look, this whole tutoring, hanging out, whatever it is thing.
I love that Lucas is like
Idea. I'm done.
watching from the background. Haley, no, he didn't do anything wrong.
I figured out a master plan. If I can fix the damage,
That is
I've done
awfully
to certain
see-through for
people's
trying on
lives,
lingerie.
others will kick in and fix mine.
Pretty long list.
Yeah, Nathan and Haley were at the top of it. I screwed them over royally last night.
Aw. Good, Brooke. Good that she realizes that and that she wants to make it right.
You promised to have fun, and I promised to indulge in boys, not booze. And now we have something to wear.
Brooke's not gonna drink?
That omelet was perfect, Karen.
Oh, yay, they're hanging
thanks.
out.
And it's on the house. I had applied to this amazing cooking school in Florence, and they just had a last-minute opening.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I've not even been waitlisted before.
Wait a minute. 6 weeks in Italy?
Right.
It starts next week. It's not like I can go.
Then why did you apply? It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, well, I guess it'll have to wait until some other lifetime.
I freaking love Deb. How would things have been different if, like, her and Deb had been friends this whole time?
You gonna put them together all by yourself?
Actually, I was going to offer you dinner to help me.
Sold.
Perfect. I'll be closing the cafe around 7. So it's a date?
It's a date.
We're closed.
Oh,
To you.
get it close to me. I don't blame you. I'd be a bitch to me too after last night.
I'm glad she realizes this.
Is this that school you've been talking about forever?
Yeah.
Mom, that's great.
It's no big deal. I'm not gonna go.
Every choice you made has been about me.
That's the way it's supposed to be. I'm your mother.
And I want you to have this.
I'll think about it.
Don't think about it, Mom. Do it.
So loud. Thank God I only have one headphone in.
While supplies last.
No thanks. Designated driver.
Good job, Brooke.
Too desperate. Too geeky. Hello.
He's in Vampire Diaries. Oh my god, he's so young in this. He was believable as a college guy in Vampire Diaries. Not in this. He wasn't really a college guy, but he was supposed to be that age.
I'm Peyton.
I'm Gabe. You want to hear it?
She's so freaking pretty. It like makes me angry how pretty she is.
So that's why we haven't met before. You're still in high school.
Yeah. I'm a regular cheerleader.
Right. You a straight edge?
No.
How about it? One drink. You haven't even gotten to my bootleg collection.
Why not?
Peyton, be smarter. He's gonna like drug it. I knew it.
Okay, inventory is done. See, I'm gonna head out.
Brooke said he'd be there.
I apologize, and I told you the truth. The rest is Brooke. She set up this whole serial date thing. One card leads to the next.
What does the first one say?
Convince Haley to go. How am I doing so far?
I don't know. It depends on what the second card
This is so cheesy and adorable, but I love it. I'm a sucker for like cheesy, cute, romantic stuff.
I know I have no right to ask, but we never do anything just fun together.
Oh.
And plus, this is Brooke. I mean, you can bet it's not going to be boring.
I'm free to bail whenever.
Absolutely. Trust me.
Huh. Okay, what the hell?
Brooke, let's go to your room.
You know what? Yours is better.
Hello? Right now? You said that I could stay until midnight. It sucks.
He's in high school, which is why he doesn't look like a college guy.
Can I get your number?
What kind of loser pretends he's in college?
You okay?
I don't know. What's in this?
Special place in hell.
Oh God, I have.
Lie down. Good idea.
I'm like filled with rage right now. Come on, Brooke.
Are you looking for me? This is my room.
Yeah, no, my friend's in here. Get it open. Oh my god, this perv attacked my friend!
She's lying. Friend's just wasted.
That still counts. That still counts as attacking.
I'm tired of settling.
How so?
I've developed a bad habit somehow of just letting things happen to me instead of, going after what I really want.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old to take risks.
Now, why can't we still be as fearless as we were when we were kids?
Because we have mortgages and businesses and more responsibility than we ever dreamed of back then.
Well, yeah, but don't you think we should still take a chance, every now and then?
I'm afraid that he's talking about them getting together and she's going to leave. Like, because she's going to be inspired to go to Italy.
And Scott is back with the vengeance, showing the locals how it's done.
Who are you talking to, guy? Is Brooke going to call Lucas to come help?
Hello?
Lucas Peyton's in trouble. Somebody drugged her drink and I can't wake her up.
Okay, Brooke, slow down.
Where are you?
She wasn't talking that fast.
Nathan joining us?
No, he had a date with Haley.
His tutor? Must be a Mercy thing.
You did not just say that.
Come on, she's from Westover. Her father works for the power company.
Wait a minute. The mercy was on Nathan?
Don't be so dramatic. I'm just saying Nathan could do better.
Funny, that's what my parents said about you.
And I proved them wrong.
Well, then maybe you should give Haley a chance to do the same.
I genuinely first I thought he meant like Haley was showing mercy. But of course not. Of course that's not what he meant.
Okay, 3 things I like about you.
My good looks.
I like the way you let me in, past all the bluster you give everybody else.
Yes.
And I like your smile when you solve a problem. And you're not horrible to look at. This is where we're going.
Nice work, Brooke.
Of course, Brooke.
Okay, Brooke, I need you to show me what room she was in. Okay? Can you stay with her?
Sure. Brooke's like about to make me cry.
Hey, open the door!
Oh.
Hey, man! What did you put in your drink? I didn't put anything in her drink.
You can tell me, or you can tell the police.
Eyes one roofie.
Where are they? I said, where are they?
They're over there.
You better hope to God she's all right.
I love Lucas.
Now, buy each other a gift and exchange them on your way to... There's another address here.
This is so wrong.
You want to quit?
I didn't say that. Let's shop.
And they have to buy a gift for each other.
Socks.
I was playing it safe. What did you get me?
Open it and see.
I feel like he wouldn't have gotten her like some sexy lingerie.
Oh my gosh. This is really nice.
Oh, yeah. He got her like a pretty robe or something. And sorry, I teared up, so now my nose is going to run constantly. Brooke got to me.
I think she'll be okay.
I don't know, Brooke.
I feel terrible. It's not my fault.
It's not your fault, Brooke.
It's not your fault.
Good. I was hoping he would say that at some point. Aw, she like reserved him a table at a restaurant. She put a lot of effort into this.
Order your favorite dish for the other person.
Any chance your favorite dish is prime rib?
Yeah, we have a lot of that at my house.
That's kind of cute for the other
I'm
person.
not very experienced with this, so,
Ordering food?
No. I mean, with
Dating.
Peyton, it was all just parties and games and drama. We never really did anything like this. This is different.
Different. Good, different, weird.
Oh, good.
So the other night after the SBL banquet, you said something.
Oh, God.
I know.
You said that you weren't the person you want to be.
No, that's not the thing we want to talk about. We want to talk about the other thing you said.
Well, maybe it's time we change that.
I want to.
She's going to leave. She's going to leave. And Keith's going to be so heartbroken.
Because there's something I want to talk to you about.
Me too.
Oh, no.
You first.
I got accepted to this cooking program in Italy.
It's only 6 weeks. It's fine.
When would you leave?
Oh, right away, actually.
Well, for how long?
6 weeks.
6 weeks is not a huge
do
deal.
I have a right to go traipsing halfway across the world when I have a son and a business that I need to worry about?
Well, you've got good instincts, so what does your gut say?
That I should go?
That was a cute answer.
I mean, you know, you spent your whole life putting Lucas first, and he's a good kid. But now you need to go after a dream of your own.
That's what Lucas said.
Well, he's right.
Keith is so supportive. So I feel like this is going to have to like result in something. Something's going to change like as a result of her going if she actually goes.
Look, the thing about Peyton, it's really hard for her to let her guard down. But once she does, she's got this amazing heart, you know?
Sounds like something the two of you have in common. Who knew?
I agree. I like this, bro.
You don't have any brothers, do you?
You mean besides Nathan?
Yeah. How'd that work anyway? I mean, are you...
I'm 3 months older.
There we go. Finally.
My parents would rather throw cash at me and send me on my way than spend any time with me.
Yep.
Listen, you can grab some sleep if you want. I'll watch her for a while.
Rather stay and talk to you if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
I'm shaking my head because like there's obviously something there between them two. And when Brooke is like chill, I like her.
Reveal a secret that nobody else knows about you.
Okay. When I was in 2nd grade, I stole some candy.
Come on, that's not a secret.
No, a
There's
real
something
thing,
real.
Haley.
I cheated on a geometry test last year. I knew what I had done, and it didn't sit right with me.
So you started tutoring. I thought it was just to get to me.
So, what about you? What's your secret?
Oh.
What's up, guys?
What's gonna happen here?
What's this?
Well, you know Haley's my tutor, right?
It's more like a date to me.
No, dude, no. It's definitely not a date.
Okay.
I knew
That's
it.
your story.
Fuck off, Tim. But this is the backsliding I want.
Why are you only nice to me when we're alone?
Fair question.
For a few hours there, I was actually starting to think that you weren't a son of a bitch, and you just fooled me again.
No, Haley, wait.
But that's what I wanted because he was like too perfect all of a sudden. We needed him to still have some flaws. We needed him to backslide a little bit for it to be like realistic. People don't just change overnight, like not everything.
Call me if you need anything, okay?
Count on it.
You looked me in the eye and you said, go to Italy, I can take care of myself.
Look, I can, Mom. A guy drugged Peyton's drink at a party. Brooke called me for help, all right? I took her home, waited till she felt better.
As excuses go, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, you can't really be mad about that.
I went on Peyton's computer. Booked you a flight on the emergency credit card. Non-refundable.
I feel like that's a risky move. What if she had already booked it? Like, he knew what times, where to fly into. TV show. I'll let it go.
Being around you, I don't want to be that guy anymore.
Well, who do you want to be, Nathan?
I want to be somebody who's good enough to be seen with you.
We should have thought of that last night.
That's a good answer.
You know, I keep putting myself out there, and you keep blowing it. And it's probably a good thing because at this point, there's nothing you can say to you that's going to surprise me. You shouldn't have done that, Nathan.
Do it again. It's kind of an awkward shot with her arm, like right in the way.
Actually, I was all set to go. But then this morning I was going over the numbers, and there really is no way that I can afford to shut down for 6 weeks.
Well, then don't. Hire me. I can take over.
I knew it.
I'd like to believe we're friends. And I know that's happened quickly, but it has, and it means a lot to me. So I'm going to say this and then deny it if it ever gets out. There are things in my life I would change if I could. And running from opportunity is one of them. Go to Italy. Let me help you go. Your life is now.
Your life is now. Wasn't that like some big like self-help motivation slogan or something? Or in like a TV show or something?
What smells so good?
Oh, I got takeout from Karen.
What's all this?
I'm going back to work for a while.
Oh, damn.
I'm looking for the hidden cameras, because you cannot be serious.
I am serious. Karen has had enough taken away from her, and if I can give just some tiny part of that back.
And you did all this without discussing it with me first.
She doesn't.
The way you discussed all those decisions you made about Nathan with me?
Payback's an ugly emotion, Deb.
Oh. When is she going to realize she deserves so much better?
This is all that's left of my backpacking trip through Europe.
10,000 lira.
Yep, it's only worth about $6, but get yourself a gelato. Don't worry, it'll all be waiting for you when you get back.
I feel like this is going to result in something changing, her going to Italy.
What up, Nathan? Haley.
It was adorable. Keith, are you going to tell her before she leaves?
You remember when you said the other night that I had good instincts and that I should trust them?
Yeah.
You were right.
This isn't going to be like a Ross and Rachel thing, is it? Where she's going to come back with a boyfriend, some Italian boyfriend, and he's going to be all sad. I'm so confused now. I don't know which route they're going with him. Brooke or Peyton?
I owe you.
So stay and talk and invite him to do something. So I think I don't know this for certain, just from like other reaction channels videos popping up on YouTube now that I'm doing this one. But yeah, now that I'm doing this one, like, you know, it thinks I want all things One Tree Hill. So I think Lucas and Brooke date at some point. I'm pretty certain that happens, but I don't know like when, for how long. But this definitely seems like now there's going to be this whole like Brooke or Peyton thing. So I think he dates Brooke at some point. I don't know if he ever dates Peyton. I feel like that seems like it was inevitable, but maybe not if they switch and go the Brooke route. I don't know. I have no clue where this is going to go, but I like it. I like that we have gotten this whole like which way is going to go, who's he going to choose, because he definitely has chemistry with both of them. And thank you for this episode, because this is what I wanted with Brooke. I loved her in this episode. I loved her recognizing that like she made a total ass of herself. She really screwed everybody over. And like, one, she recognized it. Two, she felt really bad about it and she tried to make it right. And like, she actually put in some real effort to try and make it right. You know, she went through a lot of effort to set up the whole, you know, scavenger hunt-ish date between Nathan and Haley. And it was super cute. So I thought that was really, really nice. And then the way that she, you know, came through with Peyton, like she stuck to her word. She didn't drink at the party, you know, because if she had been drinking also, like she wouldn't have been there maybe to protect Peyton and get her out of that situation. So she did. She called Lucas. Like she really came through. I mean, granted, they shouldn't have probably separated at this party. Peyton shouldn't have taken, but it is what it is. Like you're young and you're in high school and you don't know better. You don't really think about these things. And especially, you know, back then when the show came out, like, okay, I mean, that was when I was a freshman in high school or in college. So like you're aware of these things, but definitely not like you are now today. So like, I'm not really going to fault either one of them for that. And I mean, I think they both have definitely learned their lessons. So what happened, I mean, you know, how they reacted to that situation, you know, Brooke really taking care of Peyton and getting her out of there and calling Lucas. And then, you know, being with her all night, like that was good. And just the emotion that she showed and how bad she felt and how worried she was really, really nice to see. So that was good. And then the way that she was with Lucas, like she finally wasn't, like she was being a little bit flirty here and there, which, hello, like he's attractive, you're high school age, like it's bound to happen. Hormones are going crazy. But she definitely like toned down the way she did it. She wasn't super aggressive. She was just like normal flirty, which was nice. And obviously Lucas responded to that. Yeah. And I think she's seeing she doesn't need to be, you know, that girl. And we got a little bit more about her parents, which is kind of what I thought, you know, like basically she's never really been shown a lot of affection. Like they don't really pay much attention to her, you know, which is why she acts out and is attention seeking. So yeah, it was nice to see this side of Brooke. It's nice to see her start to change and her calm down a little. So yeah, they're, you know, 8 episodes in, they're kind of giving me everything that I want right now. Yeah, there's not really anything going on in the show that like I'm annoyed with, you know, which hasn't always been the case. But no, I feel like the writers and the show have settled into a good groove with the characters. They're starting to develop them a little bit more. I liked that we had this moment with Nathan where he, you know, with Tim was like, no, definitely not a date. Because I feel like that's, you know, again, I wanted Nathan to still have a flaw because it would have been completely unrealistic if he had gone from episode 6, you know, or really episode 5, like being a total jerk, you know, this total douchebag to like, because of episode 6 and this one night of bonding with Lucas, like now all of a sudden he's a changed man and like his entire personality changed completely. in episode 7. And then like if it had just stayed that way, it would have been so unrealistic. So like we need these little moments where he kind of messes up every now and then. And we got that. They did it in this episode. He had that moment at the dinner where he kind of messed up a little bit, which is realistic. So that was good. I was hoping they wouldn't just like have it be this complete change. I am really curious to see this whole thing with Italy. This feels like really kind of random and out of the blue. So I feel like it's got to mean something more. Like it has to be the catalyst for something later. Yeah, it just kind of seems a little bit odd to just like throw in like, oh, and now she's going to Italy for 6 weeks. So yeah, I feel like it's got to mean something more in the future. I really like that, which this is kind of really terrible to say. I really like that Dan and Deb are still having problems. Because Deb is fine, like she's sticking around and she's finally realizing and like seeing how terrible Dan is. And obviously like she loves him, I think, because she has loved him. But I don't think that she's necessarily still in love with him. And I think she is starting to like realize that a little bit more and more. Hence her saying like, there are things about her life that she would change or whatever. So it's nice to like see that happen because yeah, again, I don't want her, I don't want her with Dan, but it would be totally unrealistic if she just was like, oh, you've changed. You're not the person I thought you were. Like, we've changed. I don't love you anymore. I'm gone. Like, that's going to take time, for her to realize and like come to terms with the fact that like, he's not the man she married and, that she does deserve better. He's not growing and evolving. He's actually getting worse. So yeah, it's going to take time. You don't just one day decide like, oh, no, my marriage is over. I'm done. So yeah, it's going to be nice to see that hopefully happen eventually. I don't feel like they're going to give Dan a redemption arc. I hope that they don't actually, because like not everyone needs to be redeemed. Not everyone is going to eventually be a good person. Some people are just assholes, and I think he is. And he's a fantastic one. And so I don't want them to like make him sympathetic. I don't want to like him. I think he's pretty perfect as a terrible, terrible character. And so I hope that doesn't necessarily happen, which means I hope that Deb doesn't stay with him. So we'll see if that ever happens. But yeah, not really much to say. I'm definitely liking it a lot more than when I started. And I'm liking like kind of each episode more and more because they're giving me all the things that I want. So I'm excited to continue with it and see where it goes. And I'm really excited that I like Brooke now. I like all the characters now. There's not a character in the show that I don't like except for Dan, who we're not supposed to like. So yeah, again, I will still point out when they're being terrible. I will still say when they're being annoying. I'll point out times when they screw up, but I'm at the point now where like I have this base foundation of understanding why people like these characters and like seeing those same things. So that's good. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Don't forget that I have a Patreon where you can watch full reactions, early reactions, exclusive reactions, all the things. Ad-free versions of the YouTube videos. And yeah, you can find the link for that in the description unless you're already watching this on Patreon, in which case, thank you. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in another video.